Fewer and fewer jobs that a robot, there will be fewer and fewer jobs that a robot cannot do better.
Okay.
What to do about mass unemployment? This is going to be a massive social challenge. And I think ultimately we will have to have some kind of universal basic income. I don't think we're going to have a choice.
Universal basic income.
Universal basic income, I think it's going to be necessary.
So it means that unemployed people will be paid across the globe
Yeah.
because there is no job. Machine, robot is taking over.
That's simply and I want to be clear that these are not things that I think that I wish would happen. These are simply things that I think probably will happen. And if my assessment is correct and they probably will happen, then we need to say, what are we going to do about it? And I think some kind of a universal basic income is going to be necessary. Now, the output of goods and services will be extremely high. So with automation, there will come abundance. There will be almost everything will get very cheap. I think I think we'll just end up doing a universal basic income. It's going to be necessary. The harder challenge, much harder challenge, is how do people then have meaning? Like a lot of people, they derive their meaning from their employment. So if you don't have, if you're not needed, if there's not a need for your labor, how do you, what's the meaning? Do you have meaning? Do you feel useless? That's a much harder problem to deal with.
Shalom. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Chakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who do rule well. And peace and mercy to the hopeful elect, the 144,000 men that are doing this work in sincerity and in truth around the four corners of the earth. And much love to the 1/3 and the innumerable multitude of you believers out there. To you all, I say Shalom. I'm the brother Yeshaya from the Great Millstone West Palm Beach Church. And I pray, Lord willing, that this lesson is edifying through the Spirit. So I'm not sure if I'm going to show the clip first. Y'all know that's how I usually do, so more than likely, yeah. If not, I'm just going to play it in the next couple of moments just to briefly talk about what's really taking play here. All right, so before I begin, I want to get this picture that I saw earlier that brothers were sending around, or maybe I didn't screenshot it. I thought I saved it. Oh yeah, there it is. So this is I guess it's on Twitter or X. All right, and it says this is from Mario Nawfal, if I'm saying it correctly. It says Elon to propose Doge dividend check for every taxpayer. It says Doge could send $5,000 checks up to 79 million tax-paying households using 20% of its projected $2 trillion in savings. Elon says he'll quote unquote check with the president. The proposal comes as Doge savings hit $55 billion as of Monday. All right, so I know a couple of brothers have been speaking about this. I was watching a part of Elder Amawan Gabar's lesson. And earlier they have the MasterCard coming out with the C-HIP technology, to where you don't need it and all of these things. But, I didn't want to do it on that per se, but it's all tying into it. So I'll say this before I proceed and get my first scriptures. Y'all, Elon Musk has been put in a certain position in the play of the New World Order. Right? He is a critical player in this New World agenda. All right. You have to be able to realize all the things that are taking place. And I just thought of another scripture. Right. You have to realize all the things that he's behind. Right. The things that he's behind are he's behind Tesla. Right. He's behind Tesla. He's Got the car company. He he even does weapons with he has like a what is it called? A flamethrower like company, something like that. And I was looking for a verse, so forgive me. He's behind Starlink, so that's communications ultimately, internet, Wi-Fi, things like that. He's a big proponent of Doge cryptocurrency. Okay, that's why he named the Department of Government Efficiency. He has a plan, right? He's behind the robots, okay, the new AI robots, all of these, and then on to put the icing on the cake, Neuralink, which is the implant technology that he's using to put in people's heads to make people feel like they're healed, right? So all of these are critical in forming a new, modern, if you will, technological dystopian world. Okay, and I'm going to get that word dystopian as well. Let me go ahead and get that first before I start getting my other definitions and things here. A lot of information is just hitting my mind all of a sudden. The word dystopian, it says, relating to or denoting an imagined state or society where there is great suffering or injustice. All right, and so that's imagine. It says a person who imagines or foresees a state or society where there is great suffering or injustice. And so in his, well, in the minds of the people, they think he's doing great things. He's making these landmark achievements. He's breaking records. He's doing things that are never done before. But this is going to cause the people to be oppressed. All right, this is going to lead to oppression and depression. But let me get this. This is Ezekiel 12. And I'm going to read verse 25. It says, for I am the Lord. Let me start up at 23. Tell them, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel. But say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. Right? The days are at hand. We're seeing the things that are prophesied in the Bible, the visions that are told to come. We see the New World Order. We saw all of these things taking place. We see prophecy being played out, right? It says, for there shall be no more any vain vision nor flattering divination within the house of Israel. For I am the Lord. I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. And the Lord says that the Bible talks about the sea hip. All the things that happened to us in the past that did say they were going to happen, they happened to the world and the children of Israel. All right. It says, it shall be no more prolonged, for in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word and will perform it. So when we tell you about these judgments that are coming, these the sea hip implant, Jacob's trouble, martial law, no food, no water, things like that. The Lord says he's going to perform those things, famine, earthquakes. Okay. Said the Lord power. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesieth of the times that are far off. Right? So they think when we tell them these things, these are like in another realm, another universe, another time that's not regarding them. But these things that we're prophesying are for the times to come soon, man. Therefore say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, there shall none of my words be prolonged anymore, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, said the Lord Yahweh Shemashah. So when we tell you that missiles are going to come in World War III, and women are going to be, men are going to be as women, and the women are going to be completely distraught and destroyed out here. These are not things that are far off. Okay, it just seems like it. Okay, but this dystopian future that he's trying to create. So, I might just put the video first, right? So, the video he mentions. So when this was brought up, the first thing came to my mind was universal basic income, and mind you, Elon Musk. I've watched him over the years. I've watched his interviews. I even listened to like the almost 2 hour one he had with Donald Trump before the presidential campaign. I've seen, so the one that I put at the beginning, he talks about the universal basic income. He talks about Uh, um, and now he's trying to call it universal high income. So the thing is, he keeps saying it's about the goods and services and what people are going to do about meaning of life. But that's why they're going to incline with the implant and the metaverse and give people an alternate reality, right? You will be happy and own nothing. You see? So that's what they're trying to do. This is their new world agenda. And then at that point, you can just drop people, you can drop bodies. A lot of times, how do people know when somebody comes up missing, right? They don't report to work, things like that. Esau can make major depopulation. You know, he can do so many things in the dark from this. But the thing is, people are going to be willingly ready to go with it because most people don't want to work their jobs anyway. You know, so they'll take that check. And so the reason he's trying to call it universal high income is because he's basically saying there won't be a lack of goods or services and everything will be made cheaper because the robot demand, things won't have to be as expensive because you don't have to pay the robots. So all of the goods and services will be a lot cheaper. So then if you're getting whatever amount of money you're getting per month, it will be sufficient enough to satisfy whatever you need for goods and services. So he's basically saying people are going to have a fair amount of money to be able to do what they want. But of course, just like all of America's ways, there's going to be systems. There are going to be some people who have a lot more money than others, right? But they're trying to say universal basic income, but he's trying to say universal high income. But some people will have it better off than others. You're not going to give everybody equal pay. They're going to find a way to divide that for sure. Okay. But let me go ahead and go to my next scripture here. You know, but hey, 5,000 checks, you know, like Elder Amon Gabar said, I'll take that 5,000. You know, we're gonna praise you how about Shemal Shah for it. You know, it ain't them that's doing it, but at the end of the day, they're trying to create a different world here. But all of this is ultimately gonna end up in the sea hip because they like universal basic income. Well, you gotta, if they start doing it, rolling out, giving people money every month, people are gonna be with it. Now and before I get to that, people are gonna be with it. You got him trying to, they're firing, they talking about they're getting rid of IRS taxpayers today. I mean IRS agencies today. Getting rid of all of these governmental employees, right? So they're trying to create this world where you make less, have less workers. You implement, soon they said they want 10,000 robots by the end of the year, right? They're doing new AI stuff in my job. You know, you can see it, the direction it's heading, you know? So let me see here. So this is why they may use all this crypto as backing to be able to supply everybody financially. Okay? Let me see here. So I had this is Haggai 1:6. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but you are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes. Right now, you working, your money going to a bag with holes. You always can't seem to catch up with anything, but it's going to be the same way then. Except now you're going to have money and you're not going to work. Hey, so be it. You know, it is what it is. If that's the will of the Lord to make it happen, make it so, man. But these people then, is that not another ultimate way that they could bring in the C-HIP? That's the ultimate goal of this, right? That is the end all to be all. Whatever we can do to make these people under our complete submission and to make them fear us and where we can be like the Most High, they're going to do that. So if they, let's say in 6 months time, they rolled this out, right? And they said, hey, anybody that doesn't want to work your job, we'll give you $5,000 a month to be able to not work your job, right? And you know, seemingly it's a lot of money, right? But it might be even less that they're giving on a regular basis. But $5,000 for the most part, it could take care of everybody's needs. Now, of course, some people need more than others, obviously. Some people that might barely cover their rent. But, you know, if you really go over your expenses and everything like that, you know, and reduce, you find different ways to reduce, you know, usually your rent is your biggest expense. You know what I'm saying? So, you got a range of what your rent could be, but let's just say rent usually about anywhere from, we in Florida, but I would say anywhere, depending on your living situation, it can range, but anywhere from $800 to $2,000. Let's just say that, you know. I'll even say 2,500. Some people got different living situations, right? 800 to 2,500. Well, even if it is the 2,500, that's for one person. Usually there's more than one. If it's your rent 2,500, there's more than one person staying in that house, right? But if you got, if your rent, let's say for you, is about $1,000, $1,500, man, you still got 3,500 left to spend. You see what I'm saying? And so then you pay your car off. Let's say your car is $500. You got $3,000 left. I know expenses and budgeting is going to be different. And so, and then not only that, he's going to make it to where you can have a robot in your home to do a lot of other menial tasks. I say it's not even going to be the price of a car. So people are going to start basically taking this, and he'll say, hey, if you want to we'll give you $1,000 extra this month if you come and you take the C-HIP. Regardless, we don't know exactly how they're going to straight up implement it, but all these are little tactics and ways to be able to get these people to reel in. So even then, your finances are going to be a bag with holes, man. Okay? And so I wanted to get the definition of this universal basic income first, actually. I had that pulled up. Let me see here. Right. Yeah. Universal basic income. It says is a social welfare proposal. This is from Wikipedia. A social welfare proposal in which all citizens of a given population regularly receive a minimum income in the form of an unconditional transfer payment without a means test or needs to perform work. And so that's what he was saying. He said he don't know where people are going to find meaning because you don't have a job, but people are going to find meaning in, right, their families. People are going to find meaning in meta universe. People are going to always be locked in doing other stuff, right? Because life is not going to be, it's going to have a more mundane. But see, we find meaning in Yahweh Shem Shah. So if people already don't have a purpose for life, right, don't have meaning, they're going to end up taking that C-HIP, and Esau's going to take any other kind of meaning away, attacking their God gene. People already jabbed up, but we find Yahweh Shem Shah gives us meaning, right? But these people don't, they're lifeless out here, man, right? So it says, in contrast, a guaranteed minimum income is paid only to those who do not already receive an income that is enough to live on. A UBI will be received independently of any other income. And that's why also, right now, they're trying to take away food stamps and Section 8, all that kind of stuff, because they can use all that money to ultimately put everybody on a universal basic income. All right? If the level is sufficient to meet a person's basic needs at or above the poverty line, it is sometimes called a full basic income. And so he's trying to create that high basic and universal high income, basically saying that everybody's going to be well off and taken care of. But this is a creation of a society that he's trying to manipulate and distort to the best way he can, man. Okay? This is not going to be a utopia, right? It's going to be a dystopia, man. A utopia means when something is near perfect or a quality lifestyle or highly desirable. This is going to be a dystopia where it's going to be great injustice and suffering, man. Okay? Esau's going to have more control. The military, the government have ultimate control, got the C-HIP, People are no longer going to be taxpayers. Let's say that. So right now they're saying they're giving it to taxpayers, but they probably, if you're getting universal basic income, they're probably not going to be taxing you anymore, So if you're not being taxed, you really don't have a say in a lot of things. People be like, oh, I'm a tax-paying citizen. We pay for the roads. People pay for the parks. They're going to be like, well, not anymore. You see what I'm saying? So they're trying to change a new world, man. New world order. It's called that for a reason. All right? And so then I stumbled upon this, and I remember reading this, seeing this some time ago. All right, I do want to read this first before I mention that part. This post by Elon Musk. This is December 26, 2023. There will be universal high income, not basic, in a positive AI future. See that? A positive AI future. But there's a negative outcome to that, too. No scarcity except that which we define to be scarce. In that scenario, everyone can have whatever goods and services they want. It is less clear how we will find meaning in the world where work is optional. You see? But they asked him if he was going to be working. He was like, well, I'll try to work. Yeah, he's going to be working. He's the devil. The devil's always at work. All right? But I saw this cartoon that they made, and Lord willing, I can check it out. But the picture of it shows two look like Edomites. They have checks, and they're like fist bumping. It says, it's called Universal Basic Guys. All right? It says Universal Basic Guys centers on two brothers, Mark and Hank Hoagies, that's their name, who lose their jobs to automation, right? Robots, engineering things doing a job for them, AI, and are given $3,000 a month in a new basic income program. Now they're using their free time and free money to find purpose in a world where they're no longer needed. You see, so that's about to become the reality for everybody. Okay? People are crazy, man. And that came out September 8th of 2024. So just last year on Fox, it had 13 episodes. Of course, 13. You know, Esau putting that out there because they want to familiarize, and I haven't even watched it, but they want to familiarize the world with being okay and thinking it's funny, it's cool. Hey, they get to do this. They're making $3,000 a month. Hey, they don't need much to live. You know, so they'll make, I believe Elon Musk do some things like the tiny home thing too. Like we got the foldable homes, so people are downsize their homes. They're getting $3,000 a month. Like, hey, let's just downsize our home. We don't need to do this. We don't need to do that. They're trying to implement 15-minute cities. All of this is a goal to try to change the world for the New World Agenda, man. All right? And so he's talking about the resources, man, but we get to the point where all the inflation is taking off. Goods and resources are going to be still a problem, man. Revelation 6:6, it says, and I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see that I heard not the oil and the wine. Right? So you're seeing hyperinflation where the dollar is the goods aren't necessarily going up. The dollar is decreasing in value and the goods are going up. So they're working opposite of each other, man. You know, so everything becoming more and more because the dollar is less and less. So we're reaching a breaking point. And so Elon Musk is thinking that this is the saving maneuver to save the country, but ultimately it's going to doom everyone, right? Save the elect of Yahweh Shema Shai, right? And Esau and Donald Trump, they're out here offending the different nations. They're trying to create this totalitarian society. You know, it's getting crazy, man. Right? But hey, they can't hurt the truth, the oil and the wine. They can't hurt the truth, man. All right. Let me see here. I only got like maybe 2 or 3 more. Well, let's see. Revelation 12:12, right? Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So Esau know he got a short time. They releasing Elon Musk, man. Right? They releasing his ass on the world. And he is being released in Babylon like a plague. Right? That's what people got to understand, man. This is not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence that he's with Donald Trump. And, you know, he's almost like his handler. He's implementing his ways. And that's because he's probably an Amalekite, you know, damn Temanite. And, you know, they say, like, technically he's a special employee of the government. I guess he has to be there for 130 days to be considered an actual employee. You know, hey, and the irony, Elon, they're saying it means, what's that, Awalawan in Hebrew. That's what it looks like. It says it means tree or oak tree. It says it's a masculine first name or Jewish surname, which means oak tree in the Hebrew language, right? So, hey, that just reminds me of a scripture. You know, his name is Oak Tree. And oak is a very hard tree, by the way, right? Stubborn, okay? And I know that, you know, because it's something that I used to do with oak trees. They used to be like, this is one of the hardest trees. It's hard to break, okay? This is Psalms 37 and verse 34, 35 is the point. Wait on the Lord and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. We're going to see the end of the Edomites, regardless of how far they're trying to go with wickedness. It says, I've seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree. You see, so this oak tree, Elon Musk, man, you know, Edomites, Amalekites, they're trying to take over and they're trying to change the world and do this thing, man. And people, it's happening right up under people's noses. People just gonna be like, oh yeah, I'll take the money. But the thing is, we'll take the money too. But we realize the plan that's at hand, what's going down. But you think that these regular everyday people know what's going on? Nah. They just taking the money, going with the flow, and being mindless zombies, man. Right? Spiritually dead from the neck up. You know? The zombies just going along with the get along. All right? So Esau's coming down with great wrath because, you know, Yahweh Shai is coming back. He sees that a lot of these families that can't afford anything, most people, this, I was reading this one article said, your average family doesn't even have $400 to, if there's a car emergency. Right? So a lot of people are already going through it and suffering and mourning right now. Don't have any money. All the jobs suck. You know, it's like you got to pick a choice. You got to pick a job that you really don't like to make more money, or you got to pick a job that don't make any money that's decent for you. So you got to pick a battle. Which one you going to deal with? You know? And that's just through, man. You know? So they're like, oh, well, they think they're solving problems with it, but really they're just instead of just giving the people more money to do better jobs, they figure let's take away the labor force entirely and put AI in here, right? And this gives you more control, right? If you give somebody, let's say you have a child and you give them a weekly allowance, that's a control system. Not saying that you do that as a reward system as a parent, but it's also a control system, right? If I give you $20 a week, I know what you got to spend. You can't spend more than this $20. You can't go nowhere. And whenever you want $20 more, you got to come back to me. So of course that's a lesson for a child. But how much if you're adults and you got a whole nation of people got their hand out depending on the government for their monthly wages, and at that point they're gonna say, hey, you got to take the CHIP in order to get your universal basic income this month. They know they can't go to work because it's all the damn robots is working. The only jobs. Some high-level people going to have jobs. You're going to have a few managers that's looking over the AI and the robots, obviously software people, computer IT, and then you're going to have robot repair. That's going to be the biggest industry after so long if this shit takes off. Robot repair. So your job is going to be to fix the very things that's taking your jobs away from you. It's a crazy world. They showed that on Elysium. You know, his job was to fix the robots, man. All right, so Esau know he has a short time, man. So he's coming with great wrath, trying to do all of the wickedness he can as fast as he can. Operation Warp Speed. Okay. So yeah, like I said, it's all ultimately coming down to the CHIP, Revelation 13 and 16 on down. There, you know, it says, man, I'm a buy nor matter of fact, that's perfectly ties into it. Let me just read it. Revelation 13 and 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had that MARK, that charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So if they got universal basic income, giving you the money you need, you know what I'm saying? They're going to one day say, hey, in order to buy anything, in order to sell anything, you're going to need to have this. You're going to have to take this implant. And then people going to be like, you know what, I'll do anything. They're going to line right up just to go and get it, man. You know, it's so many ways that this could go down, but now this one is seeming more plausible, more realistic than a lot of the other situations, you know, and may the Lord's will be done, man. Because am I tired of working? Hell yeah. You know, I'm tired of my damn job, man. Tired of going to work every day. But at the end of the day, if a man don't work, he'll eat. So we got to do what we got to do until our Lord comes back. But the thing is, the people are just foolish about it. We're wise about it, and we just tired of doing it because they wearing out the saints, man. You know? But it's time for the Lord to reap and destroy this place because it's just good. It's getting out of hand, and then Esau's gonna get to the point where the Lord is not gonna tolerate it anymore, man. Right? But you know, it's a lot of stirring up. There's a lot of things going on right now in the spirit, and people got to make sure they getting right with the Lord in these last days, because this is about to make a very huge dynamic shift. A large shift is coming to Babylon, man. All right. Donald Trump, Elon Musk, the elites, they are the so-called elites, they are at work right now, man. They have a divine plan to bring this all about. 2025, they're trying to bring 10,000 robots. Look at what they're doing, right? They've been bringing the planes down. These people are destroying the planes. You know, and the brother Yuantan said, El Apostle Gabar said months ago, these planes are going to start falling out of the sky. So now they're making people afraid to fly and afraid to travel, taking away the aviation industry. So now with your money, what do you want to do? You want to stay at home. You want to, shit's getting expensive. You want to stay at home. You want to chill. You don't want to go nowhere. You want to travel. You afraid to travel. A fear of travel, if you put a fear of traveling people, you can keep a better eye on them. So a lot of things are going down right now. So much is happening in the earth. And you think your average American and average citizen is paying attention to these things? Nah. Or you think they listening to us? Nah, they going off until they just go on they damn folly, being sottish children, and to the point where they're just going to end up being destroyed, locked up, being in damn UBI jail, mentally, and it's going to get terrifying for the wicked. It's going to get Hawashai Bahasham, Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace, mercy to the elect. Until next time.